Australian researchers have found the coronavirus can survive 28 days on glass, currency, and stainless steel. The study was done by Australia's National Science Agency and appears to show that in a very controlled environment, the virus remained infectious for longer than other studies have found. For example, 28 days is much longer than the flu virus can survive. Researchers said today that their findings highlight the need for cleaning and hand washing to combat the virus. And you've seen the plexiglass dividers being used to protect people in different public settings. They were even installed on the stage at the vice presidential debate. But are they effective? Dr. Frank McGeorge tells us more.
See-through barriers used to only be seen in high security areas. Now they're everywhere. Plexiglass walls erected to stop the spread of coronavirus. Both the CDC and OSHA do recommend the use of plexiglass and other barriers in work environments to reduce direct spread of potentially infectious droplets between people, especially in manufacturing, retail, or food service settings where physical distancing might not be possible. Even though these recommendations are in place, there is surprisingly little science that supports their use or that gives clear guidance on the best design. Now, intuitively, a barrier should be effective at stopping droplets that are expelled when a person talks, coughs, or sneezes, and because they'll become covered in those droplets, they should be cleaned regularly. The effectiveness against small aerosols that hang in the air for minutes to hours and that could move around the barrier if it isn't large enough is simply unclear. In many ways, it's a similar circumstance to the question over the effectiveness of face shields. Recent analysis has shown while they do block large droplets, aerosols can travel around them.
Ultimately, experts say the plexiglass barriers give some protection from larger droplets, and they certainly can physically enforce necessary distancing, but it's equally important to remember that they're just another piece to mitigating risk. Mask, distance, hand washing, and ventilation are also essential. And a widely used tuberculosis vaccine will be tested on healthcare workers for its effectiveness on COVID-19. The University of Exeter is overseeing a global trial of BCG vaccine. That vaccine induces a broad immune system response. It has been shown to protect against infection or severe illness with tuberculosis and other respiratory pathogens. That led researchers to investigate whether the vaccine might help ward off COVID-19. The British trial is recruiting 1,000 volunteers.